Turning now to the war in Ukraine, the government says Russia has launched a massive new offensive in the eastern part of the country. The regional governor of Kharkiv says more than a dozen people there were injured by a barrage of Russian rockets. Russian-occupied territory is now concentrated in the east and the south, but they do not have control of the key cities of Kharkiv or Mariupol. Chris Livesay reports on this new phase of the war.
Зараз вже можна констатувати, що російські війська
Russian troops have begun the battle for Donbas, says Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, setting the stage for major clashes of tanks and heavy artillery unlike anything we've seen since World War II, Ukraine says. It's a massive buildup in the eastern region of ongoing clashes, none more infamous than Mariupol. After weeks of resistance, now on the brink of doom. Russia has told its last die-hard defenders, holed up in this steel mill, surrender or die. But they refuse to give up. Looking for hope in cities like Chernihiv, north of Kyiv, it too was besieged for weeks. But against all odds, it was a triumph for Ukraine. Last month, shooting down this Russian bomber. It crashed into this home, killing the owner, but shockingly, no more. Its payload failing to explode when it landed on Nikolai's doorstep. So this is your house right over here. So it's just a matter of fate. That's unbelievable. He's so lucky. Others were not so fortunate. Some 50 people were killed in this apartment building, one of the deadliest single strikes of the war. All of a sudden, I was covered in shattered glass, says Larissa. She takes me into her bunker, where these women have been hiding for more than a month. At one point, they could barely fit. Here, 200 people were in here. Now we have lights, she says, but for a long time, all we had were candles. Are you afraid that they're going to come back? The war goes on, she says. We're begging your country for more weapons. We don't know what's waiting for us out there. And this morning, the same could be said anywhere in Ukraine. Moscow says it struck more than 1,200 targets overnight. Here in Kyiv, the air raid sirens have been sounding, with Vladimir Putin out to prove that even if his invasion is now concentrated on the east, nowhere in Ukraine is safe. Gayle.
Oh, that's hard to hear. Thank you very much, Chris Livesay, reporting from Ukraine.